a short video demonstration on how to create the full block letter. I have opened up Microsoft Office Word. The first thing that needs to be done is to check our margins. We go to Page Layout, Margins, and choose Normal, top 1 inch, bottom 1 inch, left 1 inch, right 1 inch. Go back to Home. Let's change the name of our font to either Times New Roman, Georgia, or Arial. These are the fonts that are used in business. And the size of font is 12. The next thing we need to do is change our line spacing. Here we have the word paragraph. There is an arrow in the corner. Click on it and a new window appears. Go down to where it says spacing. Before it is 0, after it says 8 point. We need to change that to 0. Go over to line spacing. We see that it is set at multiple. Change that to single and say OK. We now have set up our page and we are going to get ready to type the letter. I'm going to enter down 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 enters in single space is equal to 1 inch. Now I will type, I'm going to use today's date. And because this has a mailing notation, I am going to double space. If there was not a mailing notation, I would quadruple space. So I will enter twice, double space, and type Express Mail. Now I will double space, enter twice. I am going to type the address of the person who will be getting this letter. Notice that the address is single space. I am going to enter twice, double space, and I am going to type hello, which is called the salutation in business, and it is more formal, so we are going to say, Dear Miss Douglas. Now, this particular letter has a subject line. A lot of letters do not, but this one does, so I need to enter twice, double space, and type the subject letter formatting. After I've typed the subject line, I am going to begin the body of my letter, entering twice. I will now type the first paragraph. Notice that I did not hit enter until I got to the end of this paragraph, and now I am going to double space. You double space between each paragraph. second paragraph typed. I'm going to double space and type the third paragraph. This particular paragraph tells us that this letter that we're typing illustrates the correct placement of special letter parts. Meaning, if we had mailing notation, if we have a subject line where it would go, and as we get down at the bottom where the enclosure notation and copy notation. It also says that we rarely use more than one or two special parts, and many letters use none, but they have merely used these to illustrate the placement. We are now to our last paragraph, double space. Last paragraph typed. I double space and I'm going to say goodbye, but in business it's called a complimentary close. So we say cordially yours. Now we are going to quadruple space, enter 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, and type the name of the person who will be signing this letter. The reason we left 4 enters here was so Andrew Callow can write his signature here. If he writes big, we give him enough room. So always make sure that you give, after your cordially yours, sincerely yours, quadruple space. I will now enter twice. I typed this letter, so I'm going to put in lowercase my initials. Notice that it capitalized my first one. Microsoft Office will automatically capitalize the first letter in a line. So I backspace and type it again, and this time it sticks. Okay, we double space, and we want to double space again. All of the bottom here is double space between these. Now I've completed my full block letter, but I can see that I've got some red lines here, and here. So I need to spell check, but you always should spell check. So I click on ABC, it brings up the first one. And I know that it should be notation, so I'm going to click on notations and say change. It goes down to Kalo. I want to just say ignore. Then it goes down to JW, and I want to say ignore all, ignore. And presto, spelling and grammar check complete. You're good to go. We have now completed the full block letter. Just a quick review. Enter down 6 times, type the date, double space, which means enter twice, type the mailing notation, enter twice, type the address to who this letter is going to. Once you've typed the zip code, enter twice, type the salutation, Dear Miss Douglas, enter twice, double space, type the subject line, double space, and now type the body of your letters with double space between each paragraph. Once you have completed the last paragraph, double space, and type your complimentary close, which is cordially yours. Make sure after cordially yours you quadruple space, leaving Andrew Callow enough room to write his signature. Type his name and his position, enter twice, put your initials both in lowercase, double space, enclosure, double space, copy to Mrs. Janice Banks. This is how you complete a full block letter.